I'm here with designer and instructor Candie Cooper, and she's going to show us this beautiful treasure necklace. I love it, Candie.
Thanks, Katie. The thing that makes this necklace like such a treasure is actually the components that are in it, because they're specially made to house all of your crystals and other things like I've used here.
Yeah, let's take a look at these. It looks like you have some vintage buttons.
I do. I have some vintage buttons I picked up at an antique store. And then these special findings, you can glue anything down in them, from crystals to buttons, or like in this piece over here, I've actually clipped clip-on earrings.
Oh, good idea.
I just cut the back off and glued those in there. So to prep your charm, you're just gonna, I kind of scuff mine up a little bit to give it a more antique look. These black findings are great because underneath is silver. So you can scuff this with just coarse sandpaper, and I do the back too.
Yeah, and these are lead-free pewter, so they can withstand a little bit of that.
Yeah, and it's not gonna mess with your skin.
Well, they look really pretty when you put them all together.
I love them. So you can see that creates a little bit more texture and highlights all of that.
Yeah, and this one here, they're perfectly sized for Rivolis, we should mention, too.
Yes, yeah. Love frames. So once you get your charm how you want it, then you can glue whatever you're going to glue in it with.
So you use your industrial strength adhesive?
I am. I'm using kind of a multi-purpose thing here. And I try to just aim for the center, and then you just want to quickly pull back to cut your glue string.
Good tip.
Thank you for putting that over there. And then for your buttons, you may have to cut the shank off of it. I've got my cutters over here. Probably should have checked that beforehand, but ugh.
Give it a good squeeze.
These are strong. Okay, but you want to leave a little something so that the glue can attach onto something. And then to keep this steady, especially if you had resin or something like this.
Keep it level.
Yeah, but you could use that epoxy clay, whatever, and then that keeps it level. And
so you just have a little bit of rice in here.
Mm-hmm.
Good idea.
Yeah, thanks. So the next thing I want to show you is these briolette holders. These are so slick. I'm going to make myself some earrings like these later. But you just pull them apart a little bit, and then you can pop the little ends into the sides and then give it a little squish, and you're good to go. How easy is that?
Very pretty too.
And they come in all different finishes too, and sizes. And you can scuff those with your sandpaper also. Okay, so the next part of this treasure necklace is uses these bead frames, and you just want to create some beaded dangles that will hang off of the front. So anything goes here. So I'm just going to show you how I make my wrap loops. I've already got one ready here, and I made my 90-degree bend.
I love the way you use bead caps. You always come up with creative ideas. Look, you have one in the middle here. Good idea.
Yeah, and it matches the other finishes in the middle.
It's pretty.
So I've got that, I've left a little bit of space before I made the bend, and then you're just going to put your round nose pliers in there. I always talk about like cutting it like scissors, and then you wrap your wire up over the top.
Everybody does this a little bit differently.
It's like making meatloaf.
Well, not quite like.
Okay, and then you're going to wrap, and then you're going to wrap the bottom of the wire around, and that crosses it through, and then it's just time to twist it up.
Looks good.
And mine are never the same. I'm kind of a messy wrapper.
Well, this piece has a really vintage feel, and it's all layered together, so
that's okay. And then you just
it in your work.
Trim your excess. Okay, so the next thing is these wonderful bead frames, and these also come in a variety of sizes as well as angles. So your head pin can go in this way, or some of them have it so it can go in diagonally.
Oh, great, so you can mix them up.
Yeah, like I did in this link necklace. So you just thread this through, string this through like so, and then finish the end, you know, with a simple loop.
Oh, this is going to become your chain.
Yes.
I see.
And this is the part that we used at the top of the necklace. And you would repeat this 2 more times.
Okay, and we'll have the complete pattern online where they can see.
Right, and if you can see how it comes around to the front.
So what do you do next?
So the next part is to actually get this thing kind of closed.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see like the closures in the front. And all you have to do is sort of kind of put it on and see where you want the closure to be, because everybody has different body shapes. And then you're just going to remove a few links of chain. And if you look over here, you're just going to use the round part of your toggle clasp, kind of like a link. So.
Oh, okay. So you have one end of the necklace connected to the way you would normally, and then the other side is going to attach to your clasp.
Yeah. Instead of just having it free floating on one, you're just using it, making it part of the chain.
And do you do that on the bar side as well?
On the bar side, I did it a little bit different. I also used these kind of special link findings. And if you can see here, let me twirl it around. Can you see how that has a little hole in the middle?
Oh, yeah.
All you're going to do is connect your toggle to that middle part. And then when you put the two pieces side by side, you want those just to be kind of centered.
On the necklace?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then on the, if you take a look over here, I kind of offset the bottom of the necklace. And so let's take a look now. I went ahead and just connected our special button findings with our briolette, and then I doubled up on some more briolettes. What you really want is for it to be extra chunky at the bottom, and then you can start thinning out your pieces at the top. But I always, when I connect my, let me use my pliers to point, when I connect my charms, I always connect them on the links that are facing outward, so that they hang off to the side.
Oh yeah, that's a great tip. And I love the chain that you chose because it's a little bit heavier. It looks really good.
Thank you.
Let's take a look at your finished necklace one more time, and you can see the two strands here in the front that dangle down. Well, this was such a great project. Thank you, Candie.
Thank you.